Here's an astounding piece of hypocrisy. And just recently, US President Barack Obama made that big old speech where he said that all black men, black young men, were being unfairly targeted by police, and Latino men, etc., and called for all kinds of reform to take place, or people to not be thrown in jail for non-violent drug offenses, etc. Now, one of the other really interesting things about what he did was he went to a penitentiary, and he's the first sitting US president to ever go to a federal penitentiary. And there he lamented for young black men and young Latino men having to go to jail and have the arrest rates and basically stopping short of just saying unfair convictions of black people. But then the UN comes around again, the UN human rights people, and say, we would like to investigate US federal prisons. He turns them down. So again, UN human rights people are not allowed to enter a US prison to investigate the conditions. Now, this is the country that denounces the DPRK for not allowing UN human rights inspectors to inspect their labor camps. So, wait a minute. The DPRK is the bad guy for not letting the UN come and look at their rehabilitative labor camps. But they're also not allowed to go in and look at US federal prisons, at least US federal prisons, because that would be going too far. I mean, this is the champion of human rights and democracy we keep hearing about all the time, right? And how everybody else is evil and America sets the standard for freedom and democracy in the world. And yet, here they are, very clearly not letting UN human rights inspectors to come in. What is it that they keep telling us all the time, that the reason they're allowed to spy on us? If you've got nothing to hide, you've got nothing to worry about. Well, isn't the same true of federal penitentiaries in the United States? I mean, come on, US government, if you're not doing anything wrong, then surely you've got nothing to hide, right? And UN investigators can come in and look at the place and not find any human rights violations, right? It's just funny to me to sit here and look at this complete and utter hypocrisy. For all of Obama's talk about reforms and making things better for black people, making it better for Latinos, and prison reform and justice reform to make things better for people, here he is making the strongest the strongest statement possible about the refusal to fundamentally change anything in the United States by not allowing UN human rights inspectors basically to come in and take a look around. So for all his big talk about how he wants to make reforms and change the system so it's better for those who are unfairly targeted by the police and the justice system, here he is making the biggest symbolic act of all by not allowing human rights investigators to see the place. So think about that the next time you want to cheer on Obama for supposedly wanting to make things better for young black men in prison and reform it so that black people aren't so unfairly targeted. Remember this moment, and remember that the next time he opens his mouth and the next time you champion him for it.